I feel like if I didn't go through 2019, I wouldn't know what I know right now. Make sure you check if your friends are okay as well. Actually focus on that fact. You will be able to actually check if you're doing okay. Like if you're making progress, then I think that's actually a lot. I shouldn't feel like someone else is entitled to my own journey. I'm so hungry. I need to style this wig and make it look normal. I don't really plan on laying this wig because it has bangs and I'm going to be leaving the hair open. Like I'm not gonna tie it. So I don't really see the need of laying it. I think I'm only gonna lay the sides because if I don't, it's gonna like flare. I think you guys can already see it's already kind of flying outwards because it's not laid. Like even if I was to brush it, like even if I was to like comb it out, I think you can see, okay, it's not really flying around, but I don't know. I see this part. It's because I haven't laid the wig, so it's gonna like fly outwards. And I also need to style the bangs because it has bangs. This wig has bangs. I cut out bangs. I don't remember when. Actually no, I remember when. I've filmed this video before and I lost the footage, so I have to film it again. I'm going to be styling it completely differently this time. I want to go for like an 80s look hair wise, and then I'm gonna come up with like a glam look. Hopefully this works out. I got this comb, this brush, this is a brush. I got this brush in hopes of creating kind of like an 80s look. I hope it works out. If it does, that would be great, because I have like an idea in mind, and if it doesn't work, I'm gonna cry. Something always happens whenever I'm filming a Get Ready With Me. It's either I don't like the video, or in this case I delete the footage, which doesn't even make sense because who deletes footage? How is it possible that I deleted footage? Because when working with a laptop, there's always a confirmation, like, are you sure you want to delete? So like, how did I delete it by mistake? It doesn't. Anyway, just gonna move on. Maybe the reason why, maybe that video was not supposed to see the light of day, maybe that's why. But yeah, I will style this and hopefully it works out. Also, I just broke my nail. I did these nails on my own. I didn't really want to go and sit in a salon, so I did my own nails and I just broke this right now and it's kind of sad. I have to go and fix it. I have more stuff to fix it, so it's fine. Yeah, I'm gonna do my hair. Hopefully it works out. If it doesn't work out, I will literally shed literal tears. But yeah, I think I just want to clip on the combs to my head so that when I'm styling it, it doesn't move around. I'm just clipping the combs. I don't know if all wigs have these, but this helps laying the wig if you do plan on laying it. I plan on just laying the sides, like I've said a million times now. Hopefully it doesn't make me get a headache because it's made the wig very tight. I really hope it doesn't give me a headache. If it does, I'll literally just yank them out, because one thing about me, I hate feeling pain. It's very weird for someone who has so many piercings on her ears and tattoos. You'd think I take pain well, but I do not. I think I want to lay this down, and I'm gonna be using Got2b glue. I'm not an expert at laying wigs. I've actually never laid an actual wig. This doesn't count because I'm gonna do some mediocre work here, but let's just lay it the way we know and hope for the best. The good thing about Got2b glue, it's not hard to take off. Like once I've laid it, it's not gonna be hard for me to like take off. I just need to like use water or oil. I think oil is a better choice. Just make sure you're not literally pulling off your skin as you take off the glue. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna speed through this process, the whole hair process, because if I talk through the hair and the makeup, it's gonna be a very long video. So yeah, let me do this really quickly, speed through the process, and then we will get into the makeup. And I really don't have any kind of structure for this video. I don't have any questions to answer, but I will be talking about some stuff that I feel very heavily about. So yeah,
I don't know what I was thinking. Let it be more than drinking and going back to your place, never to see you again. That was simply delusion, followed up with confusion. That was just substitution for a lonely bed. So that's impressive, how much you're messing with my feelings in my heart.
okay, I have laid down the wig in a very interesting way. I don't know if you guys have seen, or I don't know if I'll include it, but like I've said, the whole point was not to lay it properly. It was just to make the sides kind of flat down, so that if I comb it out and once I've flat ironed it, it's not like flying around. I've just put the scarf on that area so that the glue can kind of hold more. But yeah, I'm now going to style this wig. I kind of want to go for bouncy curls. Hopefully this works. That's what this comb is for. It's kind of really bouncy, but like that's what this is for. I'm gonna use this and the blow dryer to create an 80s look. I saw this from TikTok. I think I can actually pull up the video and show you guys what I had in mind. Just comb this. This hair is human hair. This is the only human hair wig I own. I do plan on investing in more of them. This one was a gift, but hopefully I can invest in more of them. The one I have is semi-human, so I can't do much with it the way I would this one. Like this one is so much more malleable. Is malleable the word? Like I can do so much more with this than I can the other one. So yeah, let me see if I can find the video I watched on TikTok. There's so much to be learned from TikTok, like other than life stuff, because TikTok also has some very nice or very interesting life lessons. Like I think seeing life from people's perspectives is very interesting. You get to learn a lot. So aside from learning makeup tricks, I also learn some stuff about life on there as well. But yeah, I think it's called a blowout. That's what it was called. That's what I'm trying to do today. But the thing is, I don't own curls. I mean, I don't own rollers, and I kind of need rollers for this hairstyle. So I think I'm gonna use clips to clip up the hair once I've like curled it. This is the one I'm talking about. This is a 90s blowout. The curls are very bouncy. I think I can just insert like pictures on the screen instead of trying to show you guys my phone, because we all know my camera does not focus on anything other than me, as it should. But yeah, I just want to get the whole bouncy curl thing. So let's hope this works out.
Yeah, that's impressive, how much you're messing with my feelings in my heart. I'm going back to the table, I know they saving us up for the stable friend of mine, cause they know all this time that I was out my mind, thinking you were the one, that it was love, feelings were strong. I should've known, I should know. I don't know what I was thinking. Let it be more than drinking and going back to your place, never to see you again.
I don't think this hairstyle will work if I don't own rollers. I need to roll the hair up, so I'm gonna do that the next time when I get rollers. Today we're gonna use a flat iron to get the curls that I want. Hopefully this works. So yeah, let's get into curling the hair. It's mainly just straightening it. It's not doing what I need it to do. What I need is to like use the roller thing, like this brush, and then like roll the hair up. So it's not gonna work if I don't have rollers. So let's plug this in and hopefully this works out better than this because it's literally just curling it at the end, and the curl is so subtle you can actually see it, so we will use this instead.
Simply delusion, followed up with confusion. That was just substitution for a lonely bed. So that's impressive, how much you're messing with my feelings in my heart. Oh, yeah, yeah, that's impressive, how much you're messing with my feelings in my heart. Oh, yeah. You don't care, you don't care, you don't care, you don't care. Could be good, then you fade away. You don't care, you don't care, you don't care, you don't care. Could be good, then you fade away. I don't know what I was thinking. Let it be more than drinking and going back to your place, never to see you again. That was simply delusion, followed up with confusion. That was just substitution for your lonely bed. So that's impressive, how much you're missing. My feelings in my heart, in my heart. Yeah, that's impressive, how much you're missing. My feelings in my heart. Oh, yeah. How much you're messing with me. 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 I'm telling you that there ain't no other way. Pack your bags and then you will go away. I'm not gonna be begging you to stay. Said maybe if you asked me yesterday, I would handle this differently. Things are different, I'm a new me. That's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. So even if you're asking, even if you're asking, 'cause I do what I do, and it's time for something new. Yeah, gotta know when to let go. Gotta know when to let go. Gotta know when to let go. Sometimes giving up can make you grow. Can make you grow. Can make you grow. Don't wanna be stuck in a spot, telling you it ain't what I thought. Don't wanna be stuck in a spot, 'cause I don't really like what I got, so I changed it bit by bit. It's not ungrateful, just being helpful for me and you. 'Cause we gotta go our own way, gotta go our own way. Yeah, this was not a good stay, gotta go our own way. 'Cause I do what I do, and it's time for something new. Yeah, gotta know when to let go. Gotta know when to let go. Gotta know when to let go. Sometimes giving up can make you grow. Can make you grow. Can make you grow. Sometimes I don't appreciate the chase. Now there's nothing here for me. Yeah, I gotta go, I'll fly away to a new space. You know, I don't appreciate the chase. Now there's nothing here for me. Yeah, I gotta go, I'll fly away to a new space. 'Cause
I'm done with the hair. It's very cute, very cute. It's not what I wanted to do, which is kind of sad. I had more of like an 80s idea in mind, but since I don't have the rollers, we're just gonna stick with this. And this isn't, it's not bad, it's not bad at all. I just wish I did my hair last, because now I have to push everything out of my face. KPLC just tried to ruin my life, but we're back, we're set, we can carry on. Ignore my lace. For your own sake, I think you should just ignore my lace. Yeah, first of all, it's not the right color for my skin, that's why I cut bangs. In the previous Get Ready With Me I shot, the one where I lost the footage, I had actually filmed myself cutting the bangs, and that's literally the footage I lost and some other parts of it. You guys won't be able to see me cutting those bangs, but basically I cut these bangs to hide this lace because number one, it's too dark for my skin. Number two, it needed the help. This lace needed the help. So yeah, we're just gonna keep the lace hidden. Like even the sides, I don't want you guys seeing the sides. I hope I have hidden it adequately. This side especially looks so bad. At least this side I have some room to actually stick it to my head. This side I don't have that much room. So basically I'm really relying on the combs that I attached to my head, the ones that are under the wig, to make the wig look a bit normal, plus the bangs, because the lace. I'm going to move on to my makeup, but I need lip gloss first, or Vaseline, something. Let me go get Vaseline and I will be back. I'm not going to talk about any of the products I use in this video, mainly because I use the same products every single video. I think what I'll do, I'll either insert it on the screen or just insert it in my description box. Is it called a description box? Is that what it's called? I think it's called a description box. Down below. Description box down below. Yeah, I'll just insert the name of the products I use there, because if I mention every product I'm using and do my makeup and the whole thing, it's gonna be a very long video. In 2020, at the end of 2020, beginning of 2021, I thought about filming a video and titling it What I've Learned, or What I Learned in 2020, because I feel like for me 2020 went through a very big shift in my life. I don't know if I should call it a shift. One word I can use to describe my 2019 is trash. Hot, steaming trash. 2019 was so bad for me, and it's so weird because whenever I go on TikTok, I see other people talking about how bad 2019 was for them, and I don't know if it was like a universal thing, but 2019 was just the pits. Like I would never go back to that year. Would I really go back? I don't know, because I feel like this is gonna sound so cliche, but I feel like 2019 is the reason why I am who I am today. Like the steps I've taken in my life, I feel like it's because of 2019. So like if someone was to ask me if I would go back to 2019, I'd be very confused, because everything I learned then has stuck with me so much up to today, and it's kind of shaped who I am today in a way. I feel like if I didn't go through 2019, I wouldn't know what I know right now, even though at the time I was just like, honestly, is all this even necessary? But yeah, basically in 2021 at the beginning, I thought about filming, I think it was either 2021 or 2020 when I had the thought of filming a video and title it What I've Learned in 2020. My brain is not working. In 2020. But then again, another part of me thought it would be so premature to film that video, because I had just started going through kind of like a self-love, self-healing journey. So I felt like me talking about something I had just started would have been very premature. And I don't want to just come on here and throw words around, because people are actually listening to what I'm saying. So like I thought I had the right idea but the wrong time. So basically I thought about giving it more time, giving myself more time to go through the whole self-love thing. Okay, self-love, I've always been very into self-love. Like even before I started posting my content, I was constantly posting things on my stories about the importance of loving yourself and all of that. But self-healing, I don't think I was ever that into it. or I never really paid attention to self-healing. It was always self-love. I think it's also because I was very young. Main thing I would talk about was self-love. That was kind of like the age I was in, learning how to fall in love with every part of myself. But like I feel like growing up and going into my 20s, I started thinking, or I started noticing more about self-healing, and that's something up to today I feel like if you sat down with me, I can have a whole hour's conversation with you about how important it is to heal yourself. And yeah, I just didn't want to film a video so prematurely, so I put it off. But I feel like where I am right now, I'm not at 100%, but I feel like I've made so much progress since 2019. It's crazy. Like sometimes I look at my snap, because one thing about me, I will snap myself. I have random snaps of myself on my Snapchat, and I think that's normal, but that's not like something so insane. My brushes are so dirty. I'd appreciate it if you all ignored that fact. I think now where I am, I may not be at 100%, but I feel like I can talk more about it. Basically in 2019, which was horrible, the year started very well for me. It was actually very, very nice. And then it got to a point, especially towards the end of the year, so much was happening, like so many bad things kept happening, and I was honestly just getting so tired. I was very angry. That's the word. I was angry at so many things, so many people. Some stuff happened to me and I was just like, is this really necessary? Like, I think the world would have moved if I didn't go through everything that went down in 2019. And as the year started, actually, I kind of got into this toxic positivity thing. I don't know if you guys have seen or heard about toxic positivity. Yeah, positivity can be toxic. Most things in life actually can be toxic, and for me, the one thing that I did in a toxic way was try to be positive, and that was literally me trying to ignore the bad things. Like I was a very angry person trying to ignore the fact that she was angry. So like I was carrying around a lot of anger and kind of masking it with positivity. Like I'm a very angry person, but if you look at me, I look very positive and like everything is so, you know, my life is just great, and really it's not. And I remember actually one of my friends asked me like, how are you so positive? And I'm like, just look at the good side of life. And at that point, I'm literally carrying around so much anger, and if I could fight, I would. I had a list of people, like I could produce for you guys a list and tell you, yeah, this is at the top of my list, and I could tell you like,
this person deserves to be beaten because they did this, this person deserves to be beaten because they did this, and this person deserves to be beaten because...
That was me. It was not just people, but it was also situations that I was in that were making me very upset. But if you asked me, I was doing great. Life was fantastic and nothing could go wrong. And that wasn't a good thing, because in the process of ignoring that anger and trying to act like it doesn't exist, it was building up even more, and it was harming me. It wasn't harming the people I was angry at, it was harming me, because I'm the one who's carrying around all that anger. And I think quarantine happened around March or April, and I remember I'd actually come from having a surgery. I got my molars taken out, so I think it was April. But during that time when quarantine happened, that's when I decided that I really need to just focus on this part of me that is so angry, because I can feel it weighing me down. I was constantly irritated, I was constantly annoyed. Like the littlest things would make me feel like punching people in the face, and that reaction was just from that built up anger. So during quarantine, I decided to start looking more into what this self-healing thing is, because I think during that time is when TikTok became a thing, and I think it was from TikTok I learned about self-healing. I always knew about self-love, but self-healing, healing your inner child, healing the parts of you that were hurt but you never receive any kind of apology, healing the part of you that's angry, the part of you that's upset at people. That's something I had never really thought about, but it's actually from TikTok where I learned about self-healing. So like I've said, guys, TikTok, you don't only learn how to do your makeup, you also learn other things, because you're seeing life from different people's perspectives and see what people are going through, what they're dealing with. Some people are actually going through exactly what you're going through. Like I've said, if I go on TikTok right now, I can pull out a video of someone who was also going through it in 2019, like me. That's when I started the work. Started trying to heal myself, stop trying to be positive all the time. If I know you're just feeling like it's fine, you don't always have to be jolly and happy. I think that's something I was actually trying to do a lot. I was trying not to be sad. This concealer blends so well, even though it's literally fake. I've shown it before. This is not an actual company. The actual company is Illegal Pro Concealer. This, I've mentioned it before, is Milani Diary Pro Concealer. No, I kind of want to order food. I'm so hungry. Let me just order something to eat because I'm so hungry. It's 2 p.m. and I had my breakfast at like 9. Let me order food from KFC. I haven't had KFC in a while. When's the last time I had KFC? It's been a minute. So I'm gonna buy. That's how I know whether it's okay for me to order food or not. Like if I can remember when I had KFC last, I wouldn't have ordered because that means I've had it recently. But since I can't remember, it's fine for me to order KFC. So I'm gonna do that right now and then we'll continue with the video when I'm done. I just ordered my food. I'm so excited because I'm so hungry. Anyway, I'm gonna move on. So I think I was talking about how in 2020 I got more into trying to heal the parts of me I had been ignoring, and that involved journaling and all of that. And I think I've talked about it before, how much journaling helps, especially if you go back to what you've journaled. You kind of realize how much progress you're making as a human, and that's nice to see, because sometimes it's not so obvious the progress you've been making, but seeing where you started when you started journaling and seeing kind of where you are right now, it's nice to see, and it actually helps in the healing process. So yeah, if you've been looking for your sign to journal, here it is. Go buy yourself a journal. Like you can literally get a blank notebook, like the very cheap ones, and just like fill in entries. When you have thoughts you need to process, you can write them down, because that's what journaling is for. If you're struggling to kind of process certain thoughts, it helps. I've used so much foundation. I've just realized I've put too much foundation. Yeah, for me journaling helped. I started talking to one of my friends about it as well, because sometimes dealing with things on your own, it doesn't help. So for me, going to one of my closest friends and like finally telling them what's been going on, because I've been sitting on certain feelings for so long and I ignored them, it helped lighten the load. But another thing I would mention is make sure you're not, I think it's called trauma dumping, when you just dump everything you're feeling on someone without checking if they're okay. First of all, that's not okay, because other people are also going through their own thing. I know sometimes it's very easy to forget that and just tell people things, but I think one thing you should check before you tell people things is if they are capable of taking what you want to tell them, because maybe even they are going through their own issues and it's very overwhelming for them, and you just come and you throw everything on them and it becomes too much for them. Make sure you check if your friends are okay as well, because they are human just as you are, and sometimes some things are too much for them to take. And talking about it helped. Also understanding that healing is not linear. That was a very big thing as well. Understanding that if you see, the same way when you're healing, let's say a wound, sometimes it opens up. Sometimes, like if you scrape your knee, if your childhood was elite, you must have so many scars on your knees. And just like when we had scars on our knees, sometimes they would open up and bleed. Sometimes you were the reason why they opened up and bled. Sometimes they do that on their own. So sometimes you actually don't realize that you're the reason why your healing is taking so long, because you keep revisiting things that will hurt you. But sometimes when you're healing, you just kind of take a few steps back, and that's normal. It's not really a straight path. You're gonna go through some stuff in between as you try and heal. Like I said, I'm not at 100%. I don't think 100% is attainable as a human. We're not perfect. So that's something I had to remind myself. It's not linear. Sometimes you're the cause of your pain. Sometimes it's something else, and that's fine. I think I'm gonna put points on the screen. I'm feeling very extra today. So I'm gonna put points on the screen somewhere, or like the entire screen. This is advice from your older sister. Advice you didn't ask for, but you're getting anyway. I'm going to move on with my makeup. The other thing I want to talk about is going through periods of isolation. Like going through a time when you feel like what you need is to sit by yourself. I usually go through these periods when I've been neglecting myself, and most times when I neglect myself, it's just because life gets busy and you actually don't realize that you've been ignoring yourself this entire time. And that sounds crazy. Like, what do you mean I'm ignoring myself? Don't I sit with myself every day? But the thing is, you can be so consumed by what's going on in life that you don't even realize that you've not been paying attention to yourself. You've not been paying attention to whether your mental is right, whether you're doing well mentally, whether you're doing well physically, spiritually. That's all very important. Whatever spiritually means to you, that is. But I feel like checking up on yourself in those three categories is very important. So yeah, usually I go through periods where I feel like I need to be in my own space for some time. And at one point I thought it was so weird. Like, what do you mean you need to be by yourself? That doesn't make sense. Like, what are you saying? Miss girl. It doesn't make sense. Like, literally at one point I didn't think it made sense at all. So I would kind of avoid it and kind of keep myself from spending time on my own. But that's not very healthy, is it? It's not, because you can't always be around people. Usually if you're around people, you're not actually paying attention to yourself. You're paying attention to the people around and trying to talk to them and trying to keep conversations. But if you make time for yourself and you decide, yeah, today I'm just gonna spend time by myself and I'm just gonna focus on how I'm feeling inside and everything, actually focus on that fact, you will be able to actually check if you're doing okay. I don't know if that makes sense. It makes sense in my head. Taking time off to be by yourself, whether you're single, whether you're in a relationship, because sometimes, do I really want to touch on this? I usually try and avoid talking about relationships in my videos because I'm single and I probably shouldn't be talking about something I don't relate to. But sometimes when you're in relationships, I don't know, it's not all relationships, but some relationships, there's kind of a level of guilt that comes with wanting to spend time on your own. And there are people who actually take it personally when I like tell my partner I want to spend time on my own today, and they take it personally. I don't think you should take it personally. They just want to spend time on their own. It's normal. Like, you are two different individuals. So yeah, I'm just gonna leave that at that because it's not my place. What was I saying? I was saying it's important to take time to yourself. That's what I was saying. You also need to be checked up on. Like, the way you're always checking up on your friends and you expect them to check up on you, you also should check up on yourself. I'm gonna put that as number 2. Make sure you're checking up on yourself, physically, mentally, spiritually. My food is here. Spending time with yourself can mean different things. It doesn't always mean just sitting in a room in silence. You can like take yourself on dates, take yourself shopping or something. Just like spend time with yourself, basically. That's what I'm trying to say. Don't always be around people, because sometimes we try and avoid the fact that we're not doing well by surrounding ourselves with people, and that's not okay because people won't always be there. Sometimes people get busy as well. So what will happen if these people aren't around? does that mean you will not function, you know? Just make sure you're able to be on your own, be comfortable on your own, and also be able to check up on yourself. I'm just gonna put all of that together. I kind of want to use lipstick as blush today. This lipstick from Maybelline. Hopefully it works. If it doesn't, I'm literally gonna cry because my base looks so nice already. I don't want to spoil it. But yeah, I'm not really talking about what I'm doing because in my previous video, the last video I posted, I know I've been gone for a while, but the last video I posted, I literally mentioned everything I was doing. So I'm not really focused on trying to explain what I'm doing. Nothing has changed. I think the only thing I'm doing right now that I didn't do before is using the lipstick as blush. I'm going to use concealer to clean all this up. So if you're wondering why I'm blending with no plan, like I'm just blending, it's because I'm gonna clean all of it up with concealer. But I'm gonna try this blush next. I'm so scared. Oh my god, do I really want to do this, or do I want to use like actual lipstick? So scared, you guys. Okay, I'm just gonna put two very small. Oh my god, it's also so dark. Like the color is so dark. Oh my god, hopefully this works out. If it doesn't, I'm gonna cry. Oh my god, no. Okay, it's not that bad. I was being dramatic. I'm still gonna use concealer to clean it up, so I'm not really worried about like where it's going. Okay, it's not that bad. I just need to clean it. I'm blending really fast because this is a matte lip, so like it's gonna dry up and I won't be able to move it around. The thing about Glam looks is they're very bronze, and then the blush is usually red-ish. Hopefully. I'm not very good at Glam looks. I'm more of a crazy cut crease kind of girl, so me doing Glam looks is very rare. So I'm really just going with the flow and hoping it all works out. I'm gonna use this to clean up everything, and I'm gonna add it up here as well. I think you guys know by now why I do this. I've said it so many times. I like looking like I have a facelift whenever I do my makeup. I'm gonna clean the bottom with setting powder, not with this. Do I want to do that or do I want to use this? I think I can use a bit of this at the bottom just to clean it up and give me more of like a defined jaw. If this backfires, I'll be so sad, but anyway, I really hope it works out. Okay, yeah, it's fine. I was hoping me blending out the concealer into the blush doesn't end up looking weird. I think it's fine. I don't know when I became a wigs girl. I never used to really pay attention to wigs, and I think at one point I actually told one of my friends I'll never wear a wig, and literally here I am right now styling one and using a flat iron and all that. Like, these are things I had always said I would never do, but to be fair, I also said I would never do my makeup and literally became a makeup artist. So I think I was just young and denying the fact that one day I would grow up and want to do some things, and here I am doing them. I want to clean up there as well. I don't want it going all the way down. I don't hate it. I'm gonna have to bronze it once I'm done though. Whenever I think of Glam looks, I think very sharp contour, very sharp bronze, blush, like everything just ends suddenly. Like there's an abrupt end to the contour and the blush. So like you will find people using setting powder to cut off the blush and the bronze to make it look more sharp, more put together, and then the concealer blends into the blush and the contour. Like everything just blends together until you get to this point where there's an abrupt end. It's not blending, it's literally like a sharp end. That's kind of the vibe I get, and that's what I'm trying to achieve right now. Like I'm trying to make this area blend, but on this part of my face is a very sharp end, and then over here there's also very sharp. Are you seeing what I'm trying to say? I hope what I'm saying makes sense and I'm not just rambling. I'm gonna go eat and then come back when I'm done eating. So I'll see you guys in a few. I want to move on to contour, and I'm going to be focusing most of the product at the end of my cheeks, like over here, and then as it comes down I'm gonna blend it out more. That's the effect I kind of want for my contour. I know you all are wondering why I'm putting contour over the blush, but it's because I can. That's why. So yeah, now that I've put it up there, I'm going to blend it downwards. Trying to make sure I don't cross that line. The camera is kind of washing out all the color in this video, so I think when I'm editing I'll have to increase like the contrast or the saturation. I'm going to need to increase the saturation. In person I have more color than I do on camera, but it's cool. Just make sure I check on that when I'm editing. I'm just adding on the bronze to my forehead, just a little bit on my chin. The other thing I wanted to talk about is the pressure that comes with being on the internet. And I don't mean as a content creator, I mean just as someone scrolling through the internet. Like if you're going through TikTok or Twitter or Instagram, there's a pressure that comes with seeing someone who's your age or younger attaining a certain goal and feeling like you should probably be doing the same. If I was to give an example, people getting their own apartments, because that's been a thing. Like people have been moving out, buying their first apartment and all of that. If you're someone like me and you spend a significant amount of time on YouTube, then you've seen people vlogging their first apartment tour or some stuff like that, and sometimes it makes you feel like you're not doing a lot with your life. The one thing I keep quoting, and I think I had it from a podcast, I think it was a podcast, no, it was a YouTube channel. It was Master Trail's YouTube channel. I don't know if you guys watch them, but I do. But some time back, one of them mentioned life not having a formula, like he life find a formula, and that thing has stuck with me since then. Like the number of times I actually say it is a problem, but it's actually a good motto to go by, because if you keep that in mind, then someone else reaching a certain milestone while you've not reached that milestone, it kind of makes it, it's more of you being happy for that person than you feeling jealous or you feeling like you're not doing much with your life. So if someone is buying their first apartment, or someone who is 20 is moving to their dream country, or is working their dream job, or is making their dream salary or something like that, I don't know, if you go by the whole life Haina formula thing, then you'll know just because that person has reached a certain milestone doesn't mean that you need to reach it as well. It doesn't mean you need to be at that point as well. Like your time is gonna come. It may not be right now, but your time will eventually come. I don't have a sharpener. I've managed to sharpen it. I feel like I keep getting distracted in this video, but yeah, I've managed to sharpen it. We're all going through life in different ways, Like our experiences are so different. So I feel like putting pressure on yourself, that eyebrow looks nice. Putting pressure on yourself to be at a point where someone else is very detrimental. It's gonna do more harm than good, because then you'll end up putting so much unnecessary stress on yourself, and you end up feeling like you're not doing anything, and maybe you're actually doing so much, and you're only feeling like this because you're comparing yourself with someone else. Comparison is a thief of all joy. That's very cliche, but it's the truth. I think everyone should be proud of themselves for where they are. Like if you're making progress, then I think that's actually a lot, because life isn't easy. So yeah, the next time you feel like you're stressing yourself about the next step, or you feel like you should be somewhere where someone else is, just go like, he life ain't a formula, a study stress. Because literally, if you hadn't seen this person post this, you wouldn't be feeling like that. And that's why I've called it internet pressure. You're only feeling like that because you've seen it somewhere else. If you hadn't seen it, you'd probably be living life, having the time of your life. I don't know why this eyebrow is looking so weird. I think I need to go and get my eyebrows shaped again. They're losing their shape. When I start struggling to shape my eyebrows, that's when I know they need attention. What's that one saying about eyebrows? They should be sisters and not twins. Like eyebrows shouldn't be identical, sisters but not twins. I think that's the saying. Because like naturally, each of your body parts, one is bigger than the other. Like one of your eyes is bigger than the other. One of your nostrils is bigger than the other. One of your arms is longer than the other. So I think the saying is, they should be sisters and not twins. So for the eye look, I have an idea. It was kind of like an Ariana Grande thing when she released Positions. So I'm gonna be creating that look, and I think I'll insert the look somewhere on the screen. I don't know if it's an Ariana Grande look. Yeah, I think so. When she released Positions, it was a thing at that time, especially on TikTok. Hopefully it works out and it doesn't backfire. I kept saying I'd do it, but I'd postponed it, and then today I was on Pinterest and I came across it again, so I decided I was gonna do it today. Hopefully this works out. But the other thing I want to, my concealer is getting into my crease. I've not put on setting powder, that's why I'm gonna put on setting powder right now. But the other thing I wanted to talk about is the pressure that comes with being done with uni. I don't know if it's pressure or is it just the expectation, because right now everyone is just waiting to see what my next step is going to be, and that alone is so stressful. Like I already know what I'm gonna do after, but the thought of other people waiting to see what I'm gonna do, it's kinda makes me nervous. That's the only way I can put it. It makes me very nervous. And I remember actually when I was done with uni, like on that same, I think it was the same day, someone asked me, what do you plan on doing next? And I honestly I couldn't even answer, because like I've literally just presented my project 2 seconds ago. Can I get a break, please? You can ask me tomorrow. It's fine if you ask me tomorrow. Today, let me just deal with the fact that I'm actually done, and then you can ask me. Because like someone literally asked me immediately I was done, so what's your plan now? My plan is to be happy about the fact that I've actually made it to the end, because actually presenting the project is a big deal, because that project took an entire year. So it was a big deal. I was still dealing with the fact that it was done, and then someone comes and asks me what I'm doing next, and I'm like celebrating. I can just feel everyone waiting to see, oh, what is she gonna do next? But then again, I have to keep reminding myself that the journey is mine. Like literally, I shouldn't feel like someone else is entitled to my own journey. I decide what route I take, what I do next is literally up to me, and I don't have to feel like I can't enjoy it in the process because everyone is expecting something. I'm putting on setting powder because my concealer is literally just getting into my crease lines and building up over there, so
wonder, is it worth living now? They told me dreams come true once you live it out. I picked up pieces from my childhood in a broken house and heal my soul from the trauma we've been given now. I hear the whispers in the wind under smoky clouds and tell myself once again, I'ma work it out. So much shit can happen, yo, it got me tripping now. Yeah, it's feeling different now.
Feel like I'm zoned out, put my phone down, damn it's cold out. Plotting on a rollout, we took our own route, really on our own now. These them winter schemes, plotting for better dreams, cooking flows and melodies for OGs with felonies who've been locked since the 70s. You gotta pray for enemies with jealousy, they only feed off the good-hearted. Just don't bargain, stay in your lane and keep hogging. Know that you a target and gotta finish what you started. Life of being an artist, gotta show them where your heart is. Put your all in, keep calling, keep going, don't stall it. Don't fall for what they all been dishing now. Just be yourself and it'll work it out.
I wonder, is it worth living now? They told me dreams come true once you live it out. I picked up pieces from my childhood in a broken house and heal my soul from the trauma we've been given now. I hear the whispers in the wind under smoky clouds and tell myself once again, I'ma work it out. So much shit can happen, yo, it got me tripping now. Yeah, it's feeling different now. Yo, living in doubt could be the death for you. It's only a few that'll rep for you and rarely ones that'll step to you and let you know where you wrong at instead of letting you ride away in your soul. Rather be whole and pure in my spirit. This life never ending until you near it. A lot of shit to bear with. Sometimes you don't wanna share it, but don't keep it in cause you fear it. It's an epidemic sound and you can see right where I'm headed. I'm elevated, oh yeah. We was waiting, oh yeah, to make a statement, it's clear. The way them boys persevere, yo, we taking the stairs. Don't let them get in our ear. They go watch, I'ma stare. Tell them pull up a chair. God gon' answer our prayers. Living now. They told me dreams come true once you live it out. I picked up pieces from my childhood in a broken house and heal my soul from the trauma we've been given now. I hear the whispers in the wind under smoky clouds and tell myself once again, I'ma work it out. So much shit can happen, yo, it got me tripping now. Yeah, it's feeling different now.
I wonder if it's worth living now. They told me working 9 to 5 just to make it out. And now the dark nights got me needing mouth to mouth. Resuscitate my dreams, tell me what it's all about. I wonder if it's worth living now. They told me show a little skin just to make it out. They told me grind until I die, till I reach the clouds. Excuse me a little moment while I break out. Never let them take me out.
I am back to do my hair. You guys saw the process of me coming up with this look. I hope I filmed it from a proper angle because I haven't checked, but I'm gonna do my hair now. I take this comb and brush everything in place. I'll show you guys my outfit. I've decided to make this a hair, makeup and outfit video, so I will be showing you guys my outfit in a second. Just need to style my hair first of all. I think I'll have to flat iron the hair again. I'm using a clip to put this part down, so I done like just so it lays down properly at the front. Do I really need this? I don't think so. Let me flat iron on this area and then I'll be back once that's done to show you guys my outfit.
You love it when I get so high and drop that thing so low. make you sit right here. Nah, you can't go back home.
I'm tanked up and I'm banked up and I'm faded. You bend it down and you poke it up and you elevate it. I'm tanked up and I'm tanked up and I'm faded. You bend it down and you poke it up and you elevate it,
I came over, I ain't sober, I'm still drunk.
That's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please make sure you subscribe and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.
It's overdue for that understressing. Over him, now you underdressing. Call me up and I come finessing. Like, ooh, we shot it, what it do, what it don't. Baby, you a queen, you can move how you want. You was rocking with me when I couldn't stay afloat. They ain't never saying nothing wavy to a boat. Like, eyes up, look at me, now I'm the captain. Brought the camera, time for action. Split the legs just like a fraction. Tuck the napkin, time for snacking. You a mother meal.